Cesar Milan has always been known as the man who understands dogs better than anyone else. His calm energy, his deep connection with animals, and his incredible ability to turn even the most aggressive dogs into loving companions have made him a legend in the world of dog training. People have watched him work his magic on television, transforming not just dogs but also their owners. His fans have always seen him as confident, in control and completely unshaken by the challenges that come his way. But what if there was something more? What if behind the confident smile, behind the perfect posture and controlled movements, there was a story that had never been told, a secret that had been buried so deep that even his most loyal followers never suspected it? For years, Cesar Milan remained silent about a part of his life that he chose not to share with the world, and now, out of nowhere, he has decided to finally break that silence. The question is, why now? Why, after all these years of success, after building an empire around dog training and rehabilitation, has he suddenly chosen to speak out? What could be so important, so life-changing, that it forced him to step forward and reveal something he had kept hidden for so long? Some believe that every person, no matter how strong or successful, reaches a moment in life where they can no longer hold things in. It could be pain, a realization, a lesson learned the hard way, or even a regret that refuses to stay in the past. For Cesar, this moment had finally arrived. His silence was not without reason. Something must have happened, something powerful enough to make him rethink everything. Could it be a personal struggle that he had been dealing with behind closed doors? Or was it something about his work, something he had discovered about the way people interact with dogs, a truth that had been kept hidden from the public for years? The curiosity surrounding his announcement is growing stronger by the day. Fans are desperate to know what could have possibly changed for a man who seemed to have everything figured out. Did he experience a major setback? Did he learn something that completely shifted his perspective? Or is there an untold story from his past that he is finally ready to share? People forget that success doesn't mean a life without struggles. Cesar Milan's journey to the top was not an easy one. He came to the United States with nothing but a dream and an unstoppable determination to work with dogs. He faced rejection, hardship, and moments where it seemed like he would never make it. But he pushed through, proving again and again that he had something unique, something the world had never seen before. Over time, he built his reputation, gained the trust of millions, and became the most recognized dog behaviorist in the world. But even with all the success, was there something missing? Was there a burden he had been carrying that no one knew about? His decision to finally speak out suggests that whatever it is, it's too important to stay hidden any longer. His words are not just meant to surprise people, they hold a message, a deeper meaning that could change the way we see him, his work, or even the way we understand dogs themselves. The timing of his announcement is also suspicious. Why now? Why not 5 years ago, or even 10? Something must have happened recently that triggered this decision. Perhaps a moment of reflection, a life-changing event, or even an encounter that forced him to see things from a new perspective. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this so intriguing. When someone like Cesar Milan, who has built an entire career on control, discipline, and understanding, suddenly breaks his silence, it means something big is coming. It means that whatever he is about to reveal is not just personal, but something that could have an impact on everyone who has ever followed his teachings. The suspense continues to build as people try to piece together the clues. Could it be related to his personal life? A struggle he faced that changed him forever? Or is it something about the way dogs are trained, something that challenges everything we thought we knew? Some speculate that it could be connected to a hidden truth about the pet industry, something Cesar has known for years but never had the courage to expose. Others believe it's a personal revelation, perhaps a moment of failure, regret, or an experience that humbled him in a way he never expected. The truth remains unknown, but one thing is certain: this is not just another announcement. This is something bigger, something that has been waiting in the shadows for years, and now, for the first time, it is finally coming to light. Cesar Milan has always been a man of discipline, someone who believes in the power of calm energy and balanced leadership. He has taught millions how to control their dogs, but perhaps now, he is about to teach the world something even more powerful: how to face the truths we hide from ourselves. Whatever he is about to reveal, it will not only change the way people see him, but it might also change the way they see themselves. Because sometimes the biggest lessons don't come from words or teachings, they come from the moments when a person finally decides to share their deepest truth. And for Cesar Milan, that moment has arrived. The only question left is, are we ready to hear what he has to say? Cesar Milan's journey to success is one of the most inspiring stories in the world of dog training, but what most people don't realize is that his path was anything but easy. Before he became the famous dog whisperer, before the cameras, the best-selling books, and the worldwide recognition, he was just a young man with a dream, struggling to survive in a country where he had no connections, no money, and no guarantees of success. People often see the end result, the confident trainer who can walk into any situation and bring even the most aggressive dog under control, but they don't see the sacrifices, the struggles, and the moments of doubt that came before it all. And that's where the real story begins. What if Cesar Milan had never made it? What if his journey had taken a completely different turn? The thought itself is chilling, considering how many lives he has changed, but there was a time when the future was anything but certain. He arrived in the United States with nothing more than determination and a belief in himself, but belief alone wasn't enough to feed him, to give him shelter, or to create the opportunities he needed. He faced rejection after rejection, each one threatening to crush his dream, and yet he refused to give up. But what kept him going? What was the moment that pushed him to fight harder instead of walking away? The truth is, success stories are often built on struggles that no one ever talks about. Cesar Milan's life was no different. Imagine being in a foreign country, unable to speak the language, with no home, no job, and no idea what the next day will bring. That was his reality. He lived on the streets, slept wherever he could, and did whatever it took to survive. He was invisible to the world, just another nameless face in a crowd of people who had no idea of the talent he possessed. But he knew, deep down, he knew he had something special, an ability to understand dogs in a way that others couldn't. But knowing wasn't enough. He needed a chance, and chances don't come easy when you have nothing to offer except a dream. So how did he go from that moment of desperation to becoming one of the most respected names in dog training? What was the turning point? Every great journey has a moment that changes everything, a moment where the impossible suddenly becomes possible. For Cesar, that moment came when he realized that the only way forward was to prove himself, even if no one was willing to give him a chance. He started working with dogs in any way he could, walking them, training them, even rehabilitating aggressive ones for free, just to show people what he was capable of. He had no formal training, no certification, nothing but his instincts, and a lifetime of observing how dogs behaved. And somehow, it worked. Word started to spread. People began to notice. The same people who had once ignored him were now talking about the young man who could walk into a chaotic situation and bring peace to even the most troubled dogs. But success didn't come overnight. It was years of struggle, years of proving himself, years of fighting against doubt, fear, and the constant temptation to give up. And even when things started to get better, the pressure never stopped. With every success came new challenges. More people wanted his help. More expectations were placed on his shoulders. And with that came the fear. What if it all disappeared? What if he wasn't as good as people believed? What if one mistake could bring it all crashing down? Fame is a strange thing. It can lift a person up, but it can also break them. As Cesar's reputation grew, so did the demands on him. His life was no longer his own. Every move he made was watched, analyzed, criticized. The world saw a man who was in complete control, but behind the scenes, the weight of it all was something few could understand. He wasn't just training dogs, he was carrying the expectations of millions, and that kind of pressure changes a person. Did he ever think about walking away? Did he ever reach a point where the struggles of his past and the pressures of his present made him question everything? These are the questions that linger in the minds of those who have followed his journey, because the truth is, no one's path is without hardship, and even the strongest among us have moments where they wonder if they can keep going. Looking back now, it's easy to say that Cesar Milan was always destined for greatness, but destiny isn't what brought him here, determination did. The long nights of uncertainty, the years of hard work with no guarantees, the moments when the dream felt further away than ever, those were the things that shaped him. And now, as he stands at a new crossroads, finally ready to break his silence, one can't help but wonder if the struggles of his past have played a role in whatever it is he's about to reveal. Because sometimes the most powerful lessons come not from success, but from the battles fought along the way. And for Cesar Milan, that battle was never just about training dogs, it was about proving to himself, and to the world, that he was meant to be here. The only question left is, what comes next? For years, Cesar Milan has been known as the man who understands dogs better than anyone else, the one who can walk into a chaotic situation and bring balance, the expert who seems to have all the answers. But what if there was something he never told the world? What if, behind the calm demeanor and the confident training methods, there was a secret that had been hidden for years? Fans have watched him transform aggressive dogs, rehabilitate fearful ones, and teach struggling owners how to connect with their pets. But what if all this time, there was a part of his knowledge, a truth so powerful, so shocking, that he chose to keep it to himself? And now, finally, after years of silence, he is ready to share it. The question is, why now? What changed? And most importantly, what exactly has he been keeping hidden? Some believe that every great expert has a moment when they discover something that challenges everything they thought they knew. Could it be that Cesar Milan had such a moment? Did he come across a truth about dogs, about training, about the connection between humans and animals that forced him to rethink everything? If so, why didn't he reveal it sooner? Was it fear? Was it because the world wasn't ready? Or was it because even he wasn't sure how to deal with what he had learned? The idea that Cesar Milan, a man who built his career on understanding animals, could have held something back is almost unthinkable. But when someone like him suddenly breaks his silence after years of keeping quiet, it means something big is coming. Maybe it's something about how dogs truly think, something that goes beyond what we have always believed. Maybe it's about the way we train them, a flaw in traditional methods that even he had once followed. Or maybe it's about something much deeper, something that connects to the very core of human and animal relationships. Could it be that dogs are not just pets, not just animals we train and control, but something more, something that we as humans have failed to understand all this time? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this so intriguing. If Cesar Milan, the world's most famous dog trainer, is now saying that there is something we don't know, something he has waited years to reveal, then whatever it is must be something truly life-changing. What makes this even more mysterious is the fact that he has spent his entire career teaching people how to understand their dogs. He has always been confident in his methods, always certain that his way was the right way. So why the sudden change? What happened that made him question everything? Could it be that he made a discovery so shocking that even he needed time to process it? Or did he experience something, maybe a personal moment, a lesson learned the hard way, that forced him to rethink everything? Some speculate that it might be related to a case he worked on, a dog that challenged him in a way no other had before. Others believe it might be about his own journey, a realization about his past, his struggles, and how they shaped him in ways he never understood until now. Whatever the case, the fact remains this is not just another lesson, not just another piece of advice. This is something bigger, something that he has held on to for years, and now, for reasons only he knows, he has decided that the world needs to hear it. The most fascinating part of this mystery is the way Cesar Milan has handled it. He has never been the kind of person to create unnecessary drama, never been one to exaggerate or seek attention for the sake of it. So if he is choosing this moment, this exact time, to finally speak out, then there must be a reason. Could it be that the world has changed, that something in the way we treat dogs, the way we understand them, has reached a point where this truth can no longer be ignored? Or is it something much more personal, something that has been weighing on him for so long that he can no longer keep it inside? The suspense is unbearable because when someone like Cesar Milan finally decides to share a secret, it is not just a small revelation, it is something that has the power to change everything. And now, as the moment of truth approaches, one question lingers in the minds of millions: what exactly is he about to reveal, and are we truly ready to hear it? Cesar Milan has always been known as a man who understands control. He teaches people how to take charge of their dogs, how to project confidence, and how to lead with calm energy. But what if, after all these years, he is about to make a decision that could change everything we thought we knew about him? What if for the first time he is stepping into the unknown, into something unpredictable, something that even he cannot fully control? The idea is almost impossible to believe. This is Cesar Milan, the man who turned failure into success, who built an empire out of nothing, who never seemed to doubt himself. And yet, here he is, standing at the edge of something new, something uncertain, and whatever it is big enough to make him finally break his silence. But the question is, what exactly is this decision? And why does it feel like everything is about to change? For years, people have followed Cesar Milan's teachings, trusting his methods, believing in his ability to transform even the most dangerous dogs. His philosophy has been clear: discipline, structure, and leadership create balance. But what if something has made him question that? What if he has realized that there is another way, something completely different from what he has always taught? Could it be that he has discovered a new approach, one that challenges everything he once believed? If so, why has he kept it to himself for so long? Was he afraid of how people would react? Or did he need time to be sure, to test his theories, to see if what he had learned was truly as groundbreaking as he believed? The suspense grows with every passing moment, because if Cesar Milan is about to announce something that changes the way we think about dog training, it could shake the entire industry. But what if this isn't just about training? What if the decision he is about to make is something even bigger, something that affects his own life? Could it be that after years of dedicating himself to his work, he is finally choosing to step away from the world he built? Is he about to walk away from everything? His career, his reputation, the name he worked so hard to create? The thought is almost unthinkable. Cesar Milan without dog training is like an artist without a canvas, a musician without an instrument. But what if he has realized that there is something more waiting for him, something beyond the life he has known? Could it be that his announcement is not just about a change in method, but a change in purpose? If so, what has led him to this point? What has made him reconsider everything he has worked for? Some believe that when a person reaches a certain level of success, they start searching for something deeper. Perhaps Cesar Milan has found himself at that place, standing at a crossroads where he must decide whether to continue on the path he has always known, or take a risk, and step into something completely different. But the real mystery is, what is it? Is he about to launch something new, something that takes his knowledge, and applies it in a way the world has never seen? Or is this something more personal, something that has nothing to do with dog training and everything to do with the man behind the legend? The anticipation is almost unbearable, because when someone like Cesar Milan makes a decision, it is never small. It is never just another announcement. It is something that has the power to shift everything, to open a new chapter, to start a new era. And now, as the world waits for his next move, one question remains: what exactly is he about to do, and how will it change everything we thought we knew? Cesar Milan has always been a symbol of strength, confidence, and absolute control, but what if, for the first time, he is about to reveal something that shows a different side of him? What if the man who has always been known for solving problems is now facing a challenge that even he doesn't have all the answers to? The thought alone is enough to send shockwaves through his millions of followers. For years, people have seen him walk into the most difficult situations and take charge as if he had an unshakable power over both dogs and humans. But now, something is different. There is something in his voice, in his decision to finally speak out, that hints at a truth far deeper than just another lesson in training. It almost feels like, after all these years of helping others, he has finally reached a moment where he needs to face something within himself. But what could it be? What has changed? And why now, after so many years of silence? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this moment so mysterious. Could it be that Cesar Milan has experienced something that has forced him to see life from a new perspective? Has he encountered a situation that even he could not fix with his usual techniques? Some believe that even the strongest people eventually reach a moment where they must confront their own struggles, and maybe this is that moment for him. Maybe there is a story, a hidden battle, a truth he has kept locked away for years, and now, for some reason, he is finally ready to bring it to light. But why would someone like Cesar Milan, who has built an entire career on discipline and control, suddenly decide to open up in a way he never has before? What could possibly be so important, so powerful, that it has pushed him to break his own rules and step into vulnerability? It's hard to imagine a man like him struggling with anything. To the world, he has always been the person who knows exactly what to do in every situation. But what if there is something deeper beneath that confidence? What if the real reason behind his announcement is not just about dogs or training but something much more personal? Could it be that after years of helping others, he has realized that he too needs help? Could it be that the pressure of always being the one with the answers has finally taken its toll? The idea alone is almost too shocking to believe, but at the same time, it makes sense. Even the strongest people have their limits. Even the most confident leaders have moments where they question themselves. And maybe, just maybe, Cesar Milan is finally at that point. But if this is true, then what comes next? What does this mean for his future, for the legacy he has built, for the millions of people who look up to him? Is he about to step away from everything, to take a break from the world he has dominated for so long? Or is he about to reveal something that will completely change the way we see him, the way we see dogs, and even the way we see ourselves? The curiosity surrounding his decision continues to grow because no matter what the truth is, one thing is clear: this is not just another announcement. This is something that could redefine everything. And as the moment of revelation draws closer, the world is left with one burning question: what is Cesar Milan about to reveal, and how will it change everything we thought we knew? The world holds its breath as Cesar Milan finally steps forward to reveal what has been hidden for so long. The anticipation is unbearable, the curiosity overwhelming, because this is not just another lesson, not just another insight about dogs. This is something different, something that has the power to change everything. The man who has always been in control, who has always had the answers, now stands on the edge of a moment that could redefine not just his life, but the lives of everyone who has ever followed him. And yet, even as he prepares to speak, questions fill the air. Why now? Why, after all these years of teaching, training, and guiding others, has he chosen this exact moment to break his silence? Could it be that he has uncovered something so profound, so unexpected, that it simply cannot be kept hidden any longer? Or is this about something deeper, something personal, something that reveals a side of him that no one has ever seen before? The weight of the moment is almost too much to comprehend. Fans, critics, and the entire world watch, waiting for the truth to unfold. Is this a revelation about dogs, something that challenges everything we thought we knew? Could it be that Cesar Milan has discovered a truth so powerful that it forces us to rethink the way we have always seen our beloved pets? Or is this about him, about the man behind the legend, about the journey he has taken, and the lessons he has learned that go far beyond training? There is something in his eyes, something in the way he carries himself, that suggests this is not just another moment in his career. This is a turning point, a shift in everything he has built. But what could possibly be so big, so life-changing, that it has taken him this long to reveal it? Perhaps the answer lies in the one thing that has always been at the core of his work: connection. Not just the connection between humans and dogs, but the connection between people, between emotions, between past and present. Could it be that after all these years, he has realized that the lessons he has been teaching about dogs were never just about dogs at all? That they were in fact lessons about life, about human nature, about the things we ignore, suppress, and refuse to confront? The possibility is both thrilling and terrifying. Because if Cesar Milan, the man who has built an entire empire on understanding animals, is now saying that there is something even deeper beneath it all, then whatever he is about to share has the power to shake everything we thought we knew, not just about dogs, but about ourselves. And yet, even as the world waits for his words, the mystery remains. Is this a goodbye, a new beginning, a truth that will change everything? The questions swirl, unanswered, as the moment draws closer. The weight of years of struggles, of victories and failures, all converge into this single point in time. And as Cesar Milan finally prepares to speak, one final thought lingers in the minds of everyone watching. Whatever he is about to say, whatever truth he is finally ready to share, nothing will ever be the same again.